Yo, Kane fans, what's good, man? It's your boy Wise. I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and do this Miami versus Virginia Tech recap. Um, Before I get into the video, man, I want to shout out Alonzo1219 to you family. Shout out Reek and Swag. Shout out All About the U83. Shout out Rick Era. Um, Mark Rogers TV, definitely watch you as well. Um, so let's get into this, man. I would like to say I'm extremely happy with the outcome of the game. My prediction was 31-14. Close enough. It ended up being 28-10. I would like to say for all of those Virginia Tech fans that was in my comments, man. Yo, fuck all of y'all, man. I'm sorry. I was gonna come on here. Like, I'm gonna chill, but like y'all was just really doing the most. Like I told y'all before the game, Virginia Tech hadn't really played nobody. Like, granted, we hadn't either, to a certain extent, but at the same time, man, Tech, I told y'all Tech wasn't like that. And I told y'all what we needed to do in order to win the game. And I think every key that I put up there held true. Except for Malik having his best game. It wasn't even needed. But y'all know what the final score was, man. It was 28-10. I want to shout out Mark Rick. I give it up to him. The play call in this game compared to what it has been the rest of the season was phenomenal. I love the trick plays to open it up. Excuse me. The only thing I had a problem with was the play selection on the goal line the first time around. I think that Mark Rick, Thomas Brown, and Stacey Searles, I think they just need to realize that we're not good on the goal line and just stop trying to run it up the middle. Like, I like the toss on fourth down. Let me take that back. I like the toss. I didn't like that they called it on fourth down. But the same way we got the touchdown, with splitting them out 3 or 4 wide, putting Berrios in the slot, that's probably going to be the way to go for us. And we'll probably end up doing that. And sometimes, we might end up calling a quarterback draw, for Malik, just how we called the quarterback draw with the last touchdown we got, which was an excellent play call. Since we talk about the play calling, that jet sweep that he ran to Berrios when he sent Berrios in motion was a phenomenal play. But I really believe they should put Jeff Thomas in and let Jeff Thomas run that jet sweep. Because if Jeff Thomas get that ball and he gets 2-3 steps, like turning north, and he makes somebody miss, it's a house call. I guarantee you. So I don't know if they'll try Jeff Thomas, with that, but that would be dope, man. As far as Malik, I didn't really have a problem with how he played. I know he threw the 3 picks. The first pick he threw, the guy made a great play on the ball, even though Malik threw that ball completely wrong, though. So that's another thing, man. Y'all know how I do this. If y'all don't want some real shit, just cut the video off. It was the right read, but it was the wrong throw. The way he threw the ball gave the defender a chance to pick it off. Jeff Thomas had inside position on the corner. The corner was playing an outside technique. So Malik threw the ball and made Jeff Thomas have to float outside. And he really should have jumped, but he just thought he was going to catch the ball over the dude's shoulder, but he was 6'3", jumped up and picked it. If he had led him more towards the inside, then that wouldn't have happened, and Jeff Thomas probably would have caught it and scored. But, right read, just just didn't make the right throw. You know, the throw wasn't technically made right. The one that was the tip ball at the line, it didn't matter if it was tipped or not. Malik was throwing an interception. You know, I saw Mark Rick defending him. He was like, yeah, it was a tip ball. Well, if the ball wasn't tipped, 21 was for the pick that anyway. Malik didn't even see him. That was the bad part about it. You know, Malik, he doesn't read defenses. Like, he's not really that good at reading defenses. And it's not that he panics. He just not good at reading defenses. I just don't know what it is. If he doesn't see a guy before the play, then it's going to be a bad play if that's where he's going with the ball. Oh, excuse me. Let me think. And then the other pick was just a bad throw. It was I'll take that back. It was a late throw. So he shouldn't have made the throw anyway. But the interception was actually Jeff Thomas' fault. It's just him being a young guy. Instead of him fighting for position, he let the DB come to the ball and he didn't come back to that route. And that's specifically why you don't throw that late, especially to a young guy, because he's not going to fight, you know what I'm saying, and come back for that ball. There's probably only 2 people on the team that really would have made a play on that, and that would have been Barrios or Langham. So, yeah, man. But overall, I was happy with the play calling. Travis Homer hit the home run. I do agree with what Reek Swag said. If that was Mark Walton, I truly think he would have gotten caught. You know, I love Walton too, but Travis Homer getting that open field, dog, you not catching him. I'm not going to even lie. I didn't even know Travis Homer was that fast. Like, I knew he was fast, but I didn't think he was that fast. Pay attention. When he hit that hole, he broke that tackle off 54. And when he started taking off, like, he left them boys. And it was crazy because number 6 that was, you know, doing all that chirping and shit, he was running full speed. And I think it was like the 15-yard line. Like, he was giving it everything he had. He pulled up like, damn, this nigga done broke out and scored. And I was like, turn up. That boy Homer did his thing. Shout out Chris Herndon with the 40-something yard touchdown. He's a mismatch every game. I don't know why we don't, you know, utilize him a little better. Barrios, I think, is probably the player of the game on offense outside of the offensive line. The blocks he was making, he threw number 6 in the fucking ground. The touchdown, he had 2 really big catches. You know, like he was Malik's security blanket. Richards had a bad game to me. Just wasn't effective. First catch he made, he gets tackled. He's pulling his hamstring, like holding his leg. Like, dog, nobody even did nothing to your leg. Like, if you really not good to go, like, just get off the field, bro. Because he's been really effective in the sense of he's actually commanding double teams, you know, and freeing up the field. So in that sense, he has been effective. But as far as when the ball is being thrown to him, he's not. I mean, he had the other catch downfield and another catch, but he just don't look like himself, man. And the only reason why I'm saying he need to get off the field is because we don't need a Mark Walton situation. We all knew Walton was hurt. Coaches continued to play him, push him to the brink. You know, and he's out for the season. If Richards is hurt, you know what I'm saying, I would prefer to see him not be playing like that. You can't be nicked up because somebody like, y'all would have to just see the play. His first catch, he was supposedly hurt. Nothing happened to him. Shout out the offensive line, man. Them boys played a phenomenal game. The best game they played all year. DJ Dallas, he only had maybe like 30 yards, maybe on the ground, maybe 20 receiving, but he played a big part in the game. That jump cut that he made on like that 12 or 13-yard run he had, I didn't know he was that quick. Like, he came, he handed it off to him, he went this way, boom, jump cut. And then as soon as he made the jump cut, he got in a hole, shook somebody, and then shook somebody else, and then got tackled. I think we played a great game on offense, man. I know Malik had the picks and all, but we had 200 yards on the ground. Malik was killing them dudes on the ground. And I'm gonna need for him to be aggressive with the running like that against Notre Dame. I know he was a little banged up, but he's a warrior, man. The only reason why I don't have no problem with really anything Malik did, I mean, a couple of errant throws, but I mean that's Malik. But I watched Reek and Swag video earlier, and I think he put it. You know what I'm saying? Like he described it best. That guy, that kid is leaving it all out on the field. And that's why I don't have a problem with him when he plays. He's leaving everything out there on the field. And you can't even question that. Like, you can't question his heart. You can't question, you know what I'm saying, like if his head's always in the game, like that kid leave it all out there on the field. So, like I told y'all, man, he's our quarterback. He's going to make some bad throws. It's usually one bad throw every game. But I live with him. I ride or die with Malik, man. Appreciate you being there. He was still really effective. 3 picks and still was really effective. Probably one of his better games of the season. I know y'all might disagree with me on that, but just the way things went and the fact that when we got down there in the goal line area, what was it? Those 2 times basically. Well, in the red zone, he made sure we got touchdowns. Like the first time, I know we didn't get it, but the next 2 times, he made sure we got touchdowns. And, just salute to him. I don't know if y'all know, Deontay Mullins is supposedly no longer with the U. Apparently, he was dismissed. He tweeted about, I don't want to say his name wrong, but I think it's Dugans, the wide receivers coach, not playing him and shit like that. He was on Twitter ranting and, I want to say ranting, but he tweeted a couple of times like, why is this dude? He ain't giving me a reason he not playing me. And, Mark Richt had been made it, clear that if a guy doesn't play, it's because of the positions coach, not him. So if it's a quarterback, I guess it would be Mark and Mark Richt, John Richt, whatever. But anybody else, he said he has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if y'all watched the videos, but I watched some of the stuff, from like spring and fall camp and stuff. And he said one of the things he wanted to see out of Deontay was he was like, you watch him one play, and he might look like he's, an All-American, 3 or 4 plays. And then he was like, you watch him another 3 or 4 plays, and he's just not there. So he said he wanted him to be more consistent. But, I mean, and I'll get into it real quick, but if you being completely honest, Jeff Thomas, he's a speedster. Berrios, excellent in the slot. Richards, our best receiver. Then if you want to go even further, DJ Dallas, he's quick, he's explosive, even though he's playing running back now. Daryl Langham's going to get time over Deontay Mullins. The only person I'm thinking that probably shouldn't be playing over him, and Cager didn't even play last game, is Cager. With that being said, I don't know the talent that Mullins has, what he doesn't have, because he sat out his senior year, in high school and stuff like that. But, I mean, I wish nothing but the best, for Mullins, but we're stacked at receiver. Don't really know what went on, man, but I wish I know these kids are young, but, like, y'all got to be a little more professional than that. Like, even if you got the problems or the issues, like, don't take to Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't going to never get nothing solved, but salute to you, bro. I hope the best for you. And this was reported by Kane's Insight, basically, so we'll see if it holds up to be true. As far as the defense, that was the best game we played all year. We dominated them. The defense gave up a touchdown, but I'm going to charge that to the offense because they gave them boys the ball on like the 17-yard line. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even worrying about it. We forced 4 turnovers. Turnover chain was in full effect, man. We demolished them boys from that aspect. I told y'all. Yeah, y'all just start listening to I told y'all that Jackson got flustered in the pocket. It's the first thing I said. Second thing I said is they had not hit any, like, they run game, they get you piece. They had not broken any large runs. We didn't give up any big runs. Boom. Cam Phillips had 101 yards. I mean, he got off and did his thing, but we shut them down. We shut them down. Even the announcers are realizing how good McIntosh is. It's crazy. Norton was balling. Shout out to Demetrius Jackson. Get well, bro. He's probably out for the season. Season-ending injury potentially. Salute to you, D Jax. He was playing a great game. Yeah, domination, man. I love seeing them freshmen on the field. Um, Before I get into that, I just want to say shout out Michael Jackson. And it's crazy because, you know what I'm saying, sometimes we be thinking the same things. That's why, it's good to watch different folks' videos. But Reek and Swag made a good point. He was like, dog, who the fuck was Michael Jackson? He was like, before coming into this year, who was he? What had he done? And I personally think between him, Langham, other guys, I think it literally shows how good the coaching has been. And he said something that was funny to me though. He was like, "You not beating that boy deep." Like he was like, "Y'all better start throwing hitch routes and shit because you not beating him deep." The play that he made on Savoy on that deep ball where he was running stride for stride and he jumped up and just patted away, like he did it like it was easy. But there were a lot of other plays that he made and he was over there like it's nothing. Like that boy Michael Jackson, literally, and Herb Street said the same thing. But he's looking like one of the best DBs in the country. I know Malik is on the other side. No knock on Malik. Because Malik did his thing. He gave up a couple of catches to Cam, but Cam Phillips is a beast. Like, make no mistake about it. I told y'all that. Them boys that Virginia Tech had at D-line, too, the two DTs, they was wreaking havoc pretty much all game just about. But, yeah, I just wanted to shout out Michael Jackson. Shout out Jaquan Johnson, man. I'll be the first to say I was wrong about the kid. I was complaining about him kind of early on, and it wasn't necessarily because he was taking the wrong angles, and I also thought he didn't have the speed to really play at the level we needed him to play at. But so far, he's been the MVP of the defense. I think R.J. McIntosh has been the best person on defense, but Jaquan Johnson has been the MVP so far. And that dude just shows up and plays game after game. He's the eraser, like Manny Diaz said. But yeah, the defense did an excellent job. Shout out Fiegels. He actually had a pretty good game. Can't even cap on him. Like he did way better. I don't even recall him having any terrible punts this game. Manny Diaz, salute to you, man. I can't complain about nothing you're doing right now. Excellent job. I think this game was really important, for the program, man. We played so many freshmen between Bandy. Oh, shout out Garvin with this sack fumble and a recovery. But we played so many freshmen. Derek Smith got a lot of burn. Amari Carter got a lot of burn, made a big sack. Obviously, Bandy, is playing and stuff like that. Garvin is playing. I think DJ Johnson is pretty much going to get a nice amount of burn now that D-Jax went down. I think they'll utilize him. But, we've been playing different guys, man, and these freshmen, like, they going to notice it. Like, that's a lot. DJ Dallas getting it. And it's a significant play time. Jeff Thomas, significant play time. Donaldson, significant play time. Fiegels, obviously, because he's the starter. Who else? Gainer, significant play time. Harley, before he had got nicked up a couple of games ago, significant play time. Who else? If I missed anybody, y'all, you know what I'm saying, my bad. But my whole point is, like, these guys are really playing a lot. And that's a good selling point, you know what I'm saying, to some of these top-notch guys that we trying to bring in. You see it. The proof is in the pudding, dog. They playing these young boys. And they letting them learn, you know what I'm saying. I think we've come into our own. I definitely think that the Hurricane threw off what we probably could have been early on. And, at first I thought it was them making excuses, but when you start talking about synergy and the chemistry amongst the team and everything, I think we might have picked up, a couple of games ago. But it's good to see where we are, man. I think us continuing to win is a big boost, especially with the recruiting. I don't really care about the rankings and the polls and stuff. Um, right now, it's not important. We have to win. That's all, man. We gotta win. But I think this did a lot for the university overall. The Rock was born pretty much. It's a hostile environment. It was great. Um, I think that was probably the most important game we've played in a long time, man. Probably in a long time. And this one here is even more important. But that I think that changed things for us, you know what I'm saying? Because at this point, it's pretty much we're locked to win 10 games regardless. It's looking like we should win at least 11. Um, if you include in the bowl game. So worst case, pretty much 11 games, setting us up good for the future. We got Notre Dame. I'm about to go ahead and run the preview to the Notre Dame game. Yeah, man. Y'all stay out of my comments for them Hokies people, though, man. I don't want to hear no more comments from a Hokies fan. Like, I really don't. I'm sorry. To all of the new subscribers, I appreciate it. You guys subscribing. Leave your comments. I think I left some stuff out, that we probably should have discussed. But, I'm always open for the additional discussion. But the U definitely showed up. We are not back yet, but we damn sure on our way. And just got to keep making progress, man. That was an excellent game played by our young Bulls, man. It's your boy signing off.